Okay folks, here we go again. Right, I'm battling against the light here, so I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. Now, we're finished with the vintage science fiction paperbacks, you'll be pleased to hear, so we will be anyway. And today we're just going to have an old-fashioned catch up on the pickups that I've had. Some nice, interesting stuff here actually that might interest some of you, or a few of you hopefully. Right, well let's get cracking. The first thing I'm going to show you is the new, I'm going to do a couple of unboxings here. Got the new Titans of Colt. It's not the latest because I forgot to pre-order this one, but luckily they still had it in stock. It's the Matrix 4K Titans of Colt edition. I'll just take a knife to this and get the appropriate wrappings off. Well, stabbing myself in the finger. Okay, there we go. Now I must admit, I saw the latest Matrix movie. I didn't think much of it, quite frankly, but I've still got a soft spot for the original Matrix film. Although the second and third ones were, especially the second one, were nothing to write home about indeed. Right, I just hope we don't have the usual palaver getting this one out of the box, so this one seems to be more cooperative. Okie doke. Right, well as usual, all of these you get your little pin. I'll whip it out so you can better see it. In fact, why the heck they put these in so? Okay, we're just going to have to put up with it through there. That's the little pin, as you can see there. That looks like some sort of fridge magnet. I'm obviously going to have to either develop some more strength or take an implement to get that open. And the main event is the steelbook, of course. Show you that at various angles. That's quite nice, effective. Yeah. Not one of Titan's best. But what do we have? We have the usual. I'm going to take these out, but we have the 4K there, the Blu-ray, and then at the back is the special features. So there you have it, the very latest 4K Titans of Colt. I think the next one they're doing is the Watchmen, which unfortunately I already have a 4K of, but hey, you can't have everything in life. Got to keep the collection going, so I have pre-ordered it. Right, that's that one almost back. Okay, now secondly, I just got this delivered a couple of days ago. This is the Gran Turismo 7 Anniversary Steelbook Edition. God knows when I'm going to get time to play it, because I'm in the depths of the Destiny Witch Queen expansion at the minute. But if I can just find out where this has a nice easy peel, stick off the only strip. The only trouble is you can never find the end of it. As you can see, well illustrated here, I can't even get a knife in there. So I'm afraid it'll just have to be the traditional mess of that with these easy peel things. The same with biscuits, you know, you can never get them out of the packet. Yeah, anyway, that's the Gran Turismo 7. I mean, I'm dying to play this, so I'll have to find some time. And we have one steelbook. Not too bad, at least they're taking a little bit of trouble. And I'm going to be very careful here because there's any DLC codes in it. A quick little story to relate. So when I did my unboxing of the Witch Queen Special Edition a couple ago, I must have inadvertently showed a DLC code that came specifically for that edition. Somebody must have blown it up on their telly. I couldn't see it when I ran the video back, but somebody must have blown it up and gone frame by frame and actually stole the code. So that if that person's watching this, the least you can do is send in a message saying thank you for the code I stole off you. Right, well, good job I looked, because yes, there is a code there and nobody's going to see it. Okay, so it's just a book standard edition. Actually, there's no little bits of books, or I was expecting a little bit more given the price of it, but I suppose all the extra stuff will be in the DLC code, which I'm not going to show you. Okay, while we're on the subject of steelbooks, I've made up with Zavi again, and good job, because this is a Zavi Mondo exclusive. Infinity War, lovely steelbook. This absolutely gorgeous. I like the Mondos, but I've got so many steelbooks of the Avengers films that I only buy the odd one, and I don't actually have a steelbook of Infinity War. As you can see, that's a very nice steelbook, and it's got a nice back to it as well. At least Mondo do make the effort. You know, you might pay a couple of pence extra, but they do make the effort, and they even give you some artwork inside. I'm not going to bother taking the discs out, but yeah, pleased with that. Like I say, I don't have a steelbook of that, so quite happy. Right, now to the rest of the stuff, that's all the steelbooks out of the way. I don't have any other gaming ones to show you, because they've been few and far between lately. I picked up another in my Spider facsimiles. These are quite hard to get at a decent price. I mean, you've got to normally send to America for them, and the postage kind of hits you. But yeah, I got this off an English seller, and I think it was about 13 quid with postage. So it would cost you more than that to buy it. It's in mint condition. It would cost you more than that to get it from the States. So it seemed like a sensible buy. And I've now got the first 5 plus number 8, I think. So, you know, I'm getting there. Right, this was a nice little charity shop pickup, actually. Nothing but mech. Now, I've seen this in Forbidden Planet. You can see it's Titan Books, 20 quid, and I'll pick this up for £1, and it's unread, it's brand new. I mean, £1 for a 20 quid book, and you know, there's some nice stuff in there. Colour plates, and yeah, some really nice stuff. I like any sort of artwork to do with science fiction, mechs, anything like that. So yeah, that was a lovely buy. Even better buy, this one actually. If you've got a local Forbidden Planet, do go in, because my local one in Newcastle very often has bargain books. This is hardback, Jim Burns Hyperluminal. Any of you who read science fiction will know this guy's covers. And this is a 25 quid book again. Well, no, that one was 20. This is 25, and this was only 3 quid, and it was sealed as well, brand new. And it does have some very, very nice stuff in, mostly book covers, but a lot of stuff that he's just done for his own amusement, which is which is the kind of stuff you want to see, because you wouldn't normally see it. Lovely double page spreads as well. So yeah, I mean, if you've got a Forbidden Planet close to you, do pop in, because they have some real bargains when it comes to hardback books. Now, talking of hardback books, sometimes you go out and you find something that you really weren't expecting to see. And I went into W.H. Smith's and found this in the clearance section. It wouldn't be my normal choice of topic, but it's such a lovely book. I mean, these Dorling Kindersley books are really, really nice. I've got a few Marvel ones, and it's got this suede sort of cover to it, which gets rather tracks dirt. That's why I've left this cover on it, so the cover doesn't get too bad. But I mean, there's some really lovely stuff in here. It covers jewels and stones from all over the place, and gives you a bit of historical context as well. Some lovely plates. That one was historical, but also you get lovely double page spreads of different items of jewellery. I just found it super interesting, and for a £5, I thought it was a lovely book, and I couldn't really turn it down. So yeah, that was another little sort of off the wall purchase that I made. I was in my local retro shop. We've got a retro shop in the market near me, does all their old retro consoles, and found a couple of issues of this magazine, Ninty Fresh. I've never heard of it, but being a magazine collector, I couldn't really turn it down. Sorry, I'm wrecking the joint as I'm going along here. Yeah, I think there's about 5 issues of this. I forget which particular issue this is. They've got a number on the cover. Issue 1. That's the very first issue. So that's a nice one to have. And that one is issue 2. Oh, 1 and 2. That's cool. So yeah, I was quite happy to pick those up. It only cost me a £2 donation to the charity books, because the guy wasn't selling them. I said, oh, well, give us it and I'll give you a donation, no problem. I got these from Amazon. The Evercade people who were doing the console, the retro console I showed you a while back, and I think I had one of the discs for Christmas. They're doing a magazine online. I think they're about £5 each or £6 each. And given that you won't find them in the shops anywhere, I decided to pick them up. They're just really more advertising stuff than anything. It just covers the various cartridges that you can buy. But yeah, I thought that they were particularly unusual to pick up. As I say, you won't see them in Smiths or anywhere. You have to go online. That's the new system that's just come out. So yes, I shall be continuing to pick those up at some point. Right, now we'll just nip onto the comics here. Right, that's Jock. One Dark Night. That's issue 1 of the new large format series that Black Label do at DC. One Dark Night by Jock. I like his artwork. It's kind of gravelly and different than normal. So yeah, I shall be buying the rest of those when they come out. Right, just a few comics to show you. I'll whip through these very quickly. That's I thought the Eternals was a 6-issue series, but I showed you 7 last time. Well, that is number 8 and 9. I think there's a new one out next week, so I'll be picking that up. That's the new Thor God of Hammers series. That's the third in the God of Hammer storyline, and that's the fourth. I think there's another one again out this week, so that series will be coming to an end pretty soon, so I'll be able to read them all. And then we've got Donny Cates has moved on to the Hulk. I showed you 1 and 2 last time out, and it's issue 3 and the latest issue 4. I like Donny Cates, although his stuff's gone off a bit for me lately, but I'm sure I'll get back to form. There is something I was pleased about, new Silver Surfer title. Got old Thanos in the background there. Yeah, I always liked the Surfer. Great character, interesting character, and of course if Thanos is involved, all the better. This is done by the old team who did Surfer all the way back in the 80s, I think, 70s, whatever. Ron Lim and Ron Lim and Ron Martz is the. But Ron Lim was the person that did a lot of the Surfer stuff way back when, and that's what I just picked up last week. That's the second issue again, with good old Thanos on the cover. So yeah, I should be reading that one. That was an odd issue, odd standalone issue they did of the June. The June series is finished now, but that's just like a standalone story. And then we have Joker. This is bi-monthly. There seem to be a lot of these coming out. The Joker, that's number 10 and number 11. And I particularly like this one. Absolute lunatic. What a nutcase. What a man. Great. Love the Joker. Next to Thanos, I love the Joker. And then that was the final couple of issues of, well, the final 3 issues of the Joker Puzzle Box spin-off series. Interesting, that one. More lunacy. And the most recent. Oh, I think that's the last thing. I think it was a 7-issue series. That's number 7. So we can read all that in its entirety. Right, folks. So that's all the comics I have to show you. Had a few. Oh, show you this. That was one of the few Destiny things I've had recently. Not been a lot. This is a Bungie Awards. I mean, you can only get these if you do certain things in the game. And I was surprised to get this so quick because it took a couple of weeks. And there's any of you don't play Destiny won't understand what I'm talking about. But there's a gun called the Galahorn within the game, and if you did the necessary quest to get it, which was quite difficult, you get they call the Outfly the Wolves pin. Quite nice. So yeah, that's why I like these Bungie Awards, because at least you have to do something to earn them. You can't just buy them If you haven't earned them in the game, then you just can't buy them. It's as simple as that. So yeah, I'm always happy to do something that earns you a reward. Right, now I've got a few games to show you. Now these are interesting. I'm buying a lot of shmups on the Switch. This is one of the latest to come out. G Darius HD. Lovely, I've played it. It's looks very nice. You can play the old arcade version as well. Well, I think it came out in the arcade, but I think it was on the PlayStation 2 or somewhere. I remember it from back in the day. You can play the old pixelated version if you wish. That was only 16 quid. I think it was 9 quid off at Amazon. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. So any of you who are familiar with shooters and know Darius will know about that one. Now this one was one I actually bought from this country, but it's Japanese. And when it came, I was completely flummoxed because it's a throwback. It's a homage to the old Famicom games, as they call them in Japan, but the NES as we know it. And comes with this nice silver box, and I can never remember the name of it. It's got a weird title to it. Yeah, that was it. Kyogeki something or other. And that's the Japanese box that you get in that. And it came with a folded up sort of like outer box with a little white box inside. And I thought, what's all this gear for? Oh, by the way, you get that's nice and sealed. You get an original soundtrack for the game as well. And I thought, well, the box must be to store all that stuff in. But when I tried, the box is not wide enough. So anyway, I went online and saw a video, and what it actually is, it's a homage to these old Japanese style boxes that, I mean, I think it was particularly prevalent on the Virtual Boy, where you had an outer cardboard box, and then inside you had a box like this that took the actual cartridge. And that's it. You just fit your little cartridge into there, and then you make this thing up, and that slots inside your game box. So it actually looks like an old Famicom box. I mean, we didn't have these. The NES came in different kind of packaging, but that was the way the Japanese packaged a lot of their old games. So that's kind of a homage to that. So yeah, that was cool. And then this one was probably one of the better buys of the last couple of months. Right, shmup fans out there, Mushihima-sama. Now, as any of you know who are well into shmups, I mean, the Xbox 360 had a load of Japanese shmups that we didn't get. And even if you bought them, you couldn't play them. Even if you got them from Japan, you couldn't play them because they were locked to the Japanese region. But I mean, this particular shooter, Mushihima-sama, which you can see some screenshots there. It's one of my favourite cave shooters. It's really good, and I mean, some of these go for. Well, most of these go for 3 figures or more now. I was looking at another one that went for way over 100 quid, a different title, cave title, but I mean, I actually picked this one up for 30 quid, which free postage as well, which really surprised me. Inside you get the game and then the booklet. You know, they used to do booklets in the old days. Remember those? It's all in Japanese, like, but I mean, for 30 quid, I thought that was a real bargain. So yeah, one of my better buys. And then, last but not least, I just picked this one up. Sorry to go out of shot for a second, but picked up this oddity a couple of days ago, 2 days ago. Right, it's advertised as the Super HD Mini, Super Mini SFC, which is like Super Famicom Japanese for SNES, as most of you will be aware. And when I bought it, it says 621 built-in games. Now, when I bought it, I assumed that this was 631 Super Famicom games, but it turns out not to be the case, because there is a list of all the games that it runs, and I'll just show you what you get. You get kind of an unofficial replica of the SNES, or Super Famicom as it's known in Japan. It's got your HDMI port in the back there with a, I presume that's to charge it up, and you get the charger for charging it. What you don't get is a power supply, but I've got plenty of them knocking about. And then you get a couple of pads for it, much like the old Famicom pads that we know and love. And then in the bottom, you get this user manual, which is not much good at all because it's pidgin English. And then you get a list of all the games that are on it. And as I scanned the list, I thought, well, these are not SNES games, and I think what most of them are either sort of like shareware stuff or NES Famicom games. You probably can't read it; they're so small. But that was the list that I got anyway. So I'll be interested to have a look at it to see what sort of quality these games are. I know there's a couple of shooters on there. I mean, one of my favourites, Star Force, is on there. I assume it's the same Star Force that I'm familiar with, but I certainly can't see any Super Famicom games on there. But anyway, I will have a look at that when I get 5 minutes. Okay, folks, that be it. It's been a while since I did a pickups, but that's what I've had recently anyway. Okay, I'll be back with something in the near future. What, I don't know, but I'll think of something. Probably something completely off the wall for you, just as an antidote to all of the stuff I've been pouring out lately. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye now.